Sony Computer Entertainment presents Horizon Zero Dawn. Because does Far Cry Primal have fucking robot dinosaurs? No, they don't.
Well, saying that, you know what did have robot dinosaurs? Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
It did, but shut up. This is not Far Cry, whatever you say.
This is Horizon Zero Dawn. By the way, a title which means nothing to anybody straight away. Would Horizon Zero Dawn, Nathan, say to you, we've got robot dinosaurs?
No, it would tell me, is this a flight simulator game?
I thought it was another, when you told me about it, it was another sort of linear corridor war shooter.
There's buildings of cave paint, there's cave paintings of buildings.
And basically, the general kind of the conceit of this universe is humanity was once around,
and
now
it's not. Well, it is. Humanity's still around, but sort of civilization as we know it in the modern era is fucked off.
And now nature's come to retake the Earth.
Yeah.
Much like that bit in Help Me. Not the game.
Last
Help
of
Me.
Us.
Last of Us. Yes, thank you. That was.
I should really not drink while we're doing this. Sorry.
So yeah, this we've got
That's
a
pretty flower,
very
isn't it?
obvious metaphor for regrowth now as well. Oh look, flower means nature's taking over the Earth. Regrowth. It's a very pretty soundtrack as well.
But again, it's just sort of it's all very beautiful, isn't it, Blake?
Yes, but there's not. It's all pretty on the eyes, not a lot on the brain so far. I find there's some salmon swimming upstream.
No, I mean
again.
this isn't this. I mean, like you say, it's all good visuals, but this is sort of stuff that we've encountered before.
Yeah.
The idea, as you say, with Last of Us, sort of nature taking back civilization,
again,
which is an interesting idea.
Enslaved Odyssey to the West did the same kind of thing.
Oh, did they? I never actually played that.
Yeah, they did the same sort of thing.
They came to these lands and took our furs, which robot dinosaurs don't have, so I don't know how they got them. Don't question it.
I did see one of the little ones break out a loom earlier on and start weaving a serape, so that's all fine. Yeah, there's not a lot to the brain yet. There's no real sense of story.
No, that's a good bullet spear.
There's no real sense of story yet. Like, I don't know who these characters are.
How does that help a crossbow? Just having wings.
And here we go, this first look at robot dinosaurs. Are you disappointed? I was. When Nathan said this trailer has robot dinosaurs.
How are you disappointed? I mean, they're cool looking. You can't deny
that one's got the Starship Enterprise on its head.
That or like a really flat fungus.
I mean, again, it's not really robots. It's kind of like bionics. It's kind of a mixture between robots and here we go.
I don't know. They don't.
You get.
They don't look very organic.
Like, you know what I mean? They don't. Apart from that one that moves like the Walker from Star Wars, there's not. They move kind of more like Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Again, this is a sum of all parts of games we've seen before. You've got the aliens, you've got the stealth element and the robots from Metal Gear. You've got the surroundings from Enslaved Odyssey to the West and Last of Us as well. And there's no real context.
Why is she apologising to a robot?
It doesn't have feelings.
It doesn't have feelings,
No,
Blake.
I know exactly what you mean. No feelings to it. She's a very guilty protagonist, I think, is the problem. These ones with the elk as well.
They recorded 10,000 fucking lines for her. Not literally, I haven't checked that. But she talks a lot in this game.
There we go. That one's quite impressive. That one's quite amazing. There's a couple of them there. It's like Mommy and Daddy T-Rex.
Looking at it, it does have a very good feel of sort of scale. Like you do
Shadow of Colossus.
Like you do feel tiny in comparison to some of these things. But
which is always good to have visually. But like I said, there's no real context yet.
Because okay, apparently she's collecting grass juice from like these elk-like beasts.
That one seems pissed.
Yeah, that one's not happy that you just shot like the absinthe tank from its back.
I think that's like the Bane Venom kind of like, element of them.
Yeah, it's once you shoot them out, they just grow tiny and like Mexican.
I find that happens to me as well. If I stop drinking absinthe, I become tiny and Mexican as well. Yeah,
like a luchador midget.
I become like Yosemite Sam all of a sudden.
What's that? Would you just because I remember watching this at the E3, not at the E3 press conference. I wasn't there. On the E3 press conference stream, I was thinking, why is she talking so much? Like,
it just seemed like she's just chatting for the sake of chatting to make it seem more frenetic, seem more action-packed.
She's trying to be snarky because a lot of companies nowadays think that you've got to have like a snarky like anti-hero protagonist to be redeeming.
Yeah, and again, even that now isn't different, isn't against the grain now because everyone's doing that. So there's literally not an original thought in this game so far.
And thinking about this, I can guarantee you, while it's showing you, look, we've got big giant fucking robots. I can almost guarantee you that most of the gameplay will be like building settlements or fighting other humans.
And not only that, a lot of crafting, I can imagine.
A lot of crafting.
That in the cinematic at the beginning.
Yeah, with the crossbow with wings.
Which wouldn't help. We've agreed now. It wouldn't help. You've got the tethering system now from Just Cause 3.
Well, I wouldn't say that because I wouldn't say that it stole it from Just
No,
Cause
what I
3
mean
or
is,
anything,
like,
but-
again, just trying to get this idea across that everything here we've seen before.
Well, yeah, but
It's
then
a
again,
nice, to be fair, that's a nice way of finishing off an enemy, though.
It is,
Pinning
yeah.
it down. It feels organic. It feels natural. It feels like she's actually hunting.
Yeah.
And she's bringing this big, crazy monster down to her size.
Yeah, which
Obviously
is
now we got to the cinematic, which is a very, very nice way of doing it. She's not like leaping all over it and pulling bits of it off or like rewiring.
she's
its
trying
brain.
to kill it quickly. But
Yeah.
Again, it's a robot. Also, what are you getting from robots by hunting them?
And why are the robots so angry at the humans? I think she says later on, like, they don't know what the robots want. So I imagine that'd be the mystery of your piece. I believe it's now.
They don't tell us why the machines rule these lands.
Yeah.
So that'd be the mystery of the piece. That'd be your main driving plot, trying to find out what she's like Disney's Brave. She's
like Disney's Brave, but with less heroism.
yeah, just
With less bear mother.
a bit more of a dick.
A bit of a twat, frankly.
This bit's cool. Now that's when I sort of thought, right, I'm going to give that a play.
That's like something that, you know, that bloke would direct.
Guillermo del Toro.
No, from the Transformers films.
Oh, Michael Bay.
Michael Bay's.
Yes, Michael Bay's. That's something he would do. But no, the ending bit there with the griffin, or an eagle, we should say, was absolutely spectacular. That was brilliant. That's a bit that settled it for me. Like, I would probably get the demo, or I'd probably wait till it's on sale and I'd get it. Because there's no real sense of driving motivation yet.
Well, yeah, that's kind of my issue. But then again, I suppose the motivation is fucking survive.
Yeah, but there's so many other games now that you do that in. Like, it's become a bit of
Well, yeah, I do agree with you. Like, the main issue of the game is what is the fucking point of half of this? Because I think an axiom for when writing a novel is this the most interesting point of this character's life? If not, why aren't you writing about that?
Yeah.
And
that's where a lot of games nowadays fall down. You get an interesting... They always refer back to great adventures they had beforehand, but you're stuck in... When you come out of medium rares, it's kind of very, very simple... I mean, good crafted story, you can't beat it, and that's what this game's missing, I think, at the moment. Maybe
but
we'll
again,
see a bit more...
it's one of those things of it's gone for lore and history over the idea of a story. Like, you're not following a plot necessarily, so which is you are in a world and you are expected to find out what is happening to the world.
Very a la Dark Souls. But by Dark Souls it works is because you're very invested.
Yeah, and also you feel as though you have an impact on the world, which this does not feel as though you're doing. You're killing some defenseless robots.
Yeah. Well, if the robots didn't want a bit of it, they shouldn't have come along and started roaring and shit. That's my 2 pence on the whole affair.
But yeah, I can't see myself being too interested in this game. Because the idea of the trailer is they're showing us what they think people want to see, and apart from some rather nice visuals, there's nothing in there that interests me.
No, it's like a pretty painting.
Yeah, I mean, because
with no real substance or themes.
It looks like all of the worst parts of Fallout 4. In my opinion.
Yeah, boiled down into one 10-hour experience or 20-hour experience all the way through. That's going to be your job lot then.
There's a settlement that needs your help.
That is true. I think what I might do, when it comes down in price, I might get it, might bring it round, we might do a bit of it
if we were able to rent games still, perhaps...
We could rent it and do a bit for the channel on it. But yeah, I mean, okay, I'm not thoroughly sold on that one, but I'm interested to see where it goes. I might investigate it further and see what I think from then on. Do you have a release date on that one yet? Do you know roughly when that's coming out?
I'm sure I will edit it in now.
Okay, and that was Horizon Zero Dawn for the PS4. Trailer for that.
And now we move on to Uncharted 4, a game series with which I have very little history. I think I played about an hour of the first game and didn't care for it very much. So this is going to be an episode of Blake saying, oh, that's changed, this is the same, that's changed, this is the same.
Well, mainly the thing I want to talk about straight away is...
Did you seek your fortune in the last game?
Most of the games do revolve around seeking your fortune, yes. I think this time round they're going to go for more of a nautical theme.
Yeah, because they had Blackbeard covered in cobwebs.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's either Blackbeard or it's a famous pirate or adventurer. Obviously, you've got the...
It's a plank of wood, it's not that heavy. It doesn't take 2 men to lift it.
There's some... at the top of the doors there was some... look like...
Snakes?
Yeah, not only that, they look like kind of... what's the word? Like nautical themed...
Oh, yeah.
Like decoration. Again, we're by the sea, so maybe that's where they're going with this one. I have heard Naughty Dog have written a script this time round they reckon will make you cry. So,
no.
Spoiler warning, I think I know what the ending's going to be. Nathan Drake's going to die. I think that's going to be the ending of the
That
game.
would not make me cry, the
No.
smarmy prick.
I'd be quite upset. I mean, like I said to you before we started recording, they've pulled the thing with Sully twice, where he's killed but he's not
Yeah.
killed.
Maybe
So,
I'd laugh if they pulled it a third time. And well, why aren't you crying?
yeah, and then it turns out he actually is dead this time. Oh, Christ. So yeah,
Oh, there's gunfire now.
Yeah. I mean, again, like we were saying
I
about...
don't think you need to tell people to get away when they're firing their guns at people.
That's the new feature. If you hit the middle button, he starts going, "Get away! Run away! It's guns and things! It's the evil men!" Again, it's more of the same with the Uncharted series. You've got the run and gun aspects, you've got...
I really did not
terrains.
like the shooting from the first game. But looking at this, it actually looks kind of good.
Yeah, they really polish it up. The first one was very... Even though it was something that's been done thousands of times before...
Oh, that crate got fucked up.
They really kind of tightened up the shooting mechanics and the brawling mechanics as well when it came to 2 and 3. So this is kind of like Arkham Knight almost, like the culmination of all the work so far
Right.
into number 4, I believe. We're looking now at a set piece. Obviously, Uncharted is famous for its set pieces.
Oh, yeah, with all of its trains and planes and boats.
Automobiles, trains, planes, automobiles. John Candy had a very controversial cameo in Uncharted 2 for a little while.
He died.
Even though he was been dead for, 10 years previous? But it doesn't matter.
There's very little emotion you can get out of a skeleton, really. They pretended to kill him off in the third one, you know.
I like the way they've opened up now the shooting arenas. Like I was saying to you before, in number 1 you had probably like one larger shooting arena to play around in. Yeah. And there was just linear corridor shooters disguised as jungles and things like that.
There's destructible environments.
Yeah, beautiful. This is our favourite bit of the trailer, I think, so far.
Bang!
Bang! Like just something out WWE, just fucking Superman punched him.
I'd say, if the entire game was that, if you could just jump like 10 feet in the air and slam your fist down to people's faces, that'd be great.
Like a jungle version of Prototype.
More, yeah, kind of like Crackdown, but with better haircuts.
Yeah. Now this is quite cool, but this is a new feature, I believe. Mash triangle, this kind of
Well,
like close combat.
It's a new feature for Uncharted.
Yeah, for Uncharted. Yeah. Something else we were saying, like Sully now must be what, in his 80s? That's quite nice. Like you can now got like kind of a sleeping dog's kind of finisher. You can put people through destructible environments. The jumping looks beautiful. Like they've really.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Like, look at his jumping animation. Like his leg just goes kind of funky.
What I mean is, it looks very full. It looks very realistic. Now we're coming to a brand new feature for the game. I know the first one did. The jet ski chase.
The Blues Brothers feature.
Yeah, where it kind of goes Blues Brothers meets the Middle East for about 10 minutes. But this is very, very exciting. This bit for me, like, because the worlds. They were trying to take on these big, grand Indiana Jones style adventures, but you never felt like the worlds were very big.
Yeah.
Whereas this bit, it kind of really opens up the world, and I know it's just a set piece, it's not about this all the time.
Well, yeah,
there's no
I'm-
minimap. So there's going to be, this is going to be like a scripted action sequence, and you'll probably do this 2 or 3 times at tops. I'm just hoping it's not going to become another.
That's the thing, because I'm looking at the way it's driving at the moment, and either the person controlling it's a very good driver in this game, or it's like on a preset path that you don't really have too much control over.
Yeah, I think it will steer you to where you're supposed to go.
Otherwise, you're just going to crash into that building 5 times, and then it will invite you to skip to the next bit of the game.
Well, I think the other thing is the level designing is very good in this one. It's very clear where you're supposed to go. You turn that corner. What was?
I don't know, because it looks kind of like a very natural street.
Yeah, what I mean is though, it's very like that bit. They highlighted those stairs there in a lighter colour, so your eyes were naturally drawn to them. So you knew that's where you're supposed to go.
But in my this might just be me being broken, but I would have just sort of gone. That looks kind of the harsh turn. I'll just follow this guy with a gun.
And I think what was I going to say? Obviously, with this kind of square section here, I don't think you necessarily need to go over that way. You can take a road round, because look, he comes back on himself now. So maybe we're supposed to cut to the left. I'm not really sure. Maybe it is more open than we think. But like I said, because of the lack of minimap.
Well, because it does tell you to just go down.
Yeah. So maybe it is a bit more open than we think, but with the lack of minimap, I do think it's going to be...
while I love Naughty Dog, I really don't think they'd be bothered to make this entire city.
No. I think, you're looking at a very, very...
Now, I could just, if I were to play this bit, and it is, like, completely open, I can imagine myself sort of backing, like, and managing to, like, sandwich myself in between 2 buildings, like, slowly backing, and then forwarding and turning a little bit.
Doing an 87-point turn while getting, like smashed up by machine gun fire on the left-hand side. I could see that from you as well. Like I say, brand new feature for this game. You
get to drive over mud, that's interesting.
Yeah, they're really showing off now how nice it looks. Look at our mud
He had no reason to crash into those cinder blocks. He's just ruining, like, these workers' times now.
Once a builder shouted at him and threw an ice cream at him, and now he hates all builders.
To be fair, I think that happens with every ethnicity in the game.
Yeah, I think they've really... Because all the baddies so far look kind of white, so I think they're trying to avoid that whole...
Okay.
And even in the first one, as you got later on, the Grenadiers in the first one were white guys.
Okay,
They were
that's
Aborigine,
nice.
but they were white guys. Yeah, we're coming up to a smoky tower now. Look, like, it looks glorious. And now we're coming into a cutscene.
Yeah, and
Bridge sequence.
Yeah.
This looks pretty awesome. This is obviously like going to steer you in the right direction. You've got to catch up to that. I think Tomb Raider used to do on the PS2 or the PS3 version of Tomb Raider used to have these kind of sections as well that weren't necessarily scripted, but you had like a set path to follow.
What,
if that makes
driving?
sense. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
on
I
the
think
PS2,
Legend,
I don't think I played any of the PS2 ones.
I think
I
Legend
can imagine
had-
crashing into that a lot.
Legend had some motorcycle sequences that were remind me very much of this. Like they've added this in. But I was saying, I hope this isn't a case of like Batman Arkham Knight's Batman.
He just fucked up that fence for no good reason. This poor goat farmer's going to be ruined.
And I think there's a lot more in the layout design than you think as well, like the winding paths. But it's kind of
Well, I can say
leading
because-
your eye up to the top of the hill with the sunlight coming over it.
I can imagine it's more a case of like camera angles, like
Yeah.
like they show like the angles immediately turn you towards the like the area of focus, shall I say?
Now we're going full Tomb Raider now with the grappling hook.
Yeah,
this
that's
is exciting.
That's not physics, I'll tell you that now. Not that I'm a science man, but that's not physics.
That looks very, very exciting though. Those kind of bits there with the grappling hook. Obviously, it will be only set points, but that gives you a whole new range now. to
Well, it's,
solve these
it's
puzzles
just
with.
another quick time event, like they had in Until Dawn, where if you just you have to point the gun at a specific point, you can't do anything else with it.
Yeah,
You
that's
point
true.
at a specific point, hit a button, then you're done.
But I think maybe, like with the puzzles, it'll open up a bit more now. Like you'll have shelves,
Shelves.
ledges that you can only reach.
Shelves full of like pickles.
And to get to his pickle shelf, he's got to hook the grappling hook around it.
Just this is very intricate design they've got in this tomb.
So yeah, I'm very excited for that one. that's going to be a day one buy for me. And not only that, I'm definitely going to bring it around here, and we're going to play it for the channel
It's
too.
the only time I've looked at an Uncharted game and gone,
But I think maybe the whole thing about the script that I was saying earlier, after the success of The Last of Us, which obviously had a very, not controversial, what's the word, depressing script.
Yeah.
Like, obviously it ended the way it ended, no spoilers here.
I've
Although
not-
you should have played it.
I've
by
not
now.
played it.
Okay.
I'm waiting for someone to buy me the HD remaster.
Okay, I'll do that for Christmas next year then.
Wonderful. This year.
This year then.
Start saving.
I think maybe that's they've now taken it to Uncharted 2, because Uncharted was always a bit of a laugh, bit of a lark, never meant to be taken too seriously, and it was adventures. You
Well,
got
no,
some-
I hated Nathan Drake's snarky fucking
That's
face.
what I love about him. I love the fact I think, oh,
It's like when we watched this trailer originally, like he just wouldn't shut the fuck up. I don't know what it is about me and voice protagonists, but I'm getting angry with them now. Maybe it's because I can't do my own beautiful voice acting.
But no, I'm very excited for that one. I'm really going to follow that one closely. I'm definitely going to get it, and we're definitely going to play it. So you're
Yeah.
going to see a lot. When that comes out, you're going to see a bit of that on this channel. So I hope you're excited, because I really, really am. But yeah, we'll see how that one turns out. Like, we've not actually got a release date on either of those games yet, I don't believe.
This one is May. Did it say like March the 18th or something like that?
Somewhere like either March or May 19th.
I think it was definitely March.
Yeah, okay, so we've not got long to wait for that one. But yeah, I'm very, very happy about that. That's out of the two. If you had to pick now, because we'll do this at the end of the show as well, which one would you go for?
Uncharted. I mean,
Tried and tested, isn't it?
well, there's that, and as I said with Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever it's called, like it looks pretty, but I can't see there being much substance there, and they didn't show anything in the trailer that actually gave any hints of, oh, this would be a game I'd enjoy. All it showed was very basic combat feature,
Yeah.
and pretty visuals,
And the thing...
and they hinted at some form of a possibly deep lore,
Yeah.
which is just going to be mankind did it.
Yeah.
I can tell you, spoilers, mankind did it.
Mankind did it.
Because we're bastards.
You know that the guy from WWE, Mankind, with a sock on his hand? He did it all. It was all his
I
work.
thought that was Jake the Snake.
No, the guy with the sock on his hand was Mankind. He was also Cactus Jack, and he was also Mick Foley.
Oh,
It was three.
Jake the Snake was the one with the snake, wasn't
Jake
it?
the Snake was the one with the snake, yes.
Good.
Good. But anyway,
I'm glad-
just
Blake.
Just as a closing thought on Uncharted 4, at least in Uncharted you also get like a mystery as well. You get like you're after some sort of mythological treasure as well, which is always really good. And they always have a bit of a spin at the end where it's not quite what you think it's going to be.
It's one of those like devil's tricks things.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
like, oh,
much.
it'll make you attractive to every lady, but it also makes you impotent.
But yeah, you always get like a really good, not a great story, but you get a nice, and you learn stuff. You learn about Sir Francis Drake, you learn about Shangri-La, you learn about Isram of the Pillars. So I reckon it's going to be Blackbeard in this one, or at least a pirate.
One of them. One of the famous pirates that is not Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Like Shankly Jones.
Like Long End Silver.
Long End Silver.
Yeah, like Long End Silver. He was one, wasn't he?
Like Big Dick Johnny.
But yeah, that was the first episode, Nathan.
Would you? Okay, you didn't say which one you'd rather.
Oh,
pick.
Uncharted. I thought mine was a given. I thought because I love Uncharted.
It was. Oh, I did kind of assume you'd say that. I mean, I am interested in Horizon Zero Dawn. I wouldn't pay money for it though.
Well, like I said, I'm going to follow it, see what happens with it, and see if it does pick up.
Yeah, if it comes out, if there's a new trailer that comes out for it that shows more details of what the actual game is, then I might be more interested. Or if it comes out and there's like perfect scores across the board, and everyone's going, "Oh my god, this is the best game since
Pong."
This is the best game since The Simpsons Bart's at Nightmare," or whatever it was.
But yeah, I mean, like the other thing about this series is we could always revisit closer to the time of it being released, newer trailers, and we could think about what we said beforehand and see if there's any more that we can say on it. But yeah, that was the first episode of Trailblazers.
Yeah, Trailblazers. I feel like it worked. We have a few kinks to iron out. All in all, would watch again. Not non-biased.
9 out of 10, IGN. I had a great time.
Oh yeah, ignore that logo in the bottom corner, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to put a poster over that or something.
Yeah.
We don't really know what we're going to do with that yet.
Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in the next episode of Trailblazers.
Catch us next time on Trailblazers.
We don't know when it will be. When we find some new interesting trailers, I suppose.
And good night.